Sorry, you saying bye to you guys now first. Getting my stuff together here. Welcome to the show, James.
Hey, Eddie, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. James, you're the co-promoter of Gateway. Is it Gateway Cage Promotions now?
It is Gateway Productions.
Okay.
And the event is Ultimate Cage Wars.
Okay, and this is on May 9th?
It's on May 9th at the game in Glen Carbon.
The game is an excellent place to see a fight. If you've never seen a fight at the game, the air is fresh. It is. You can see from everywhere. I don't care where your seats are at the game. I mean, you can be closer, but the whole place is just—it's a fantastic place. Then they got the bar right next door to with all the foods and drinks and stuff.
It's a nice venue.
It really is a nice venue. And you brought a guest on with you today who's going to be fighting in your event.
Yes.
And that is Todd Wallace.
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, Todd, welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot.
So, Todd, you are going to be fighting at 220 in this event.
220, light, well, heavyweight, but a small heavyweight, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you getting up to 220? You don't
No, I'm actually cutting down. I got to cut about another 10 pounds. So
okay.
I walk around 235, 240 typically. So.
Okay, and I think we have your Bill Elmore out of. Is that no? Is that? Yeah, it's against Nicholas Crow.
Yeah,
Nicholas Crow, and he fights under Bill Elmore out of Springfield, Illinois. So, this is your first MMA fight?
This will be my first MMA fight. A little bit of background in boxing. Been boxing since I was about 14. Went in the Marine Corps, started doing Marine Corps martial arts. Really got into MMA after that. Did a little bit of training back home in Arkansas. I'm originally from Northwest Arkansas with TCB boxing. And since I moved up here, just kind of been training family-wise, keeping it in family, training with them and everything like that. My brother-in-law is a wrestler for Illinois State University, so I've just kind of been training with him mainly, focusing with that. Trying to keep my ground game, steady and on top. So.
How about for stamina? Well, you're an ex-Marine, so you know all about working really hard.
Absolutely. I keep myself pretty good trained. I try to run at least 3 miles a day. Sometimes schedule doesn't allow it, but typically 5 days a week, I run anywhere from 3 to 5 miles a day. So I've got pretty good stamina. I don't think that's going to be an issue at all. The only reason that would be an issue is if it went straight stand up and just swinging the entire time.
You expecting it to go to the ground eventually?
I really, if I have my way about it, I'll take him to the ground. So.
Okay, so tell us what would make you take. Why would you prefer to go to the ground? Because it sounds like you got a lot of stand up.
Yeah, well, I mean, stand up's great, but you know what? I really enjoy being on the ground. I really like ground and pound, and I'm very confident in my submissions. As far as I really feel that if I get us back in this fight, it's going to be lights out. It's going to be over. That's probably one of my best positions is with, if somebody gives up their bat to me, it's not a problem at all. That's probably my favorite position to actually be in. So besides maybe side mount. So.
Great. Is this your opponent's first fight also?
No, he's either 1-0 or 2-0.
Okay.
He fought a couple of guys, some grassroots fights out of the middle of nowhere, Indiana or something like that. He's a stand-up guy. He's pretty sure of himself. He said he promised to put on a good show, and
well, that's what you want as a promoter.
That's exactly what I wanted the promoter. He said he promised not to knock anybody out for at least the first round.
Well,
so he's a very confident guy. He says he's ready to go.
He just turned a different color when you said that.
I like that.
He didn't like.
I like that. I like that attitude in the fight.
I thought I saw horns come out and stuff.
I love it when guys come into a fight with that attitude. I mean, to me, that's the best attitude to come into a fight with. As an opponent.
Right.
For the guy I'm facing to come in with that kind of attitude, he's cocky. He's already looking past me, whatever the fact may be. Once he gets in the ring, once he gets in the cage with me, he's going to realize, it's not going to be that easy. So.
He's of the opinion he's going to let you make it to the second round. I think that's pretty fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bill says he's a tough guy. He's definitely likes to stand up. Doesn't have a whole lot on the ground. As far as I've known Todd, he is actually more of a stand-up guy, but he's been working hard on his ground from when we get out of this training, and that's for anybody that's going to stay in this sport or even get involved in this sport for more than 1 or 2 fights, that it's important to be well-rounded.
It's essential to be well-rounded.
It's very important.
Yeah. Everybody loves to fight where everybody stands up and bangs. With the 2 guys just sitting there and bang with each other. But I think that a really good fight, is it goes from stand when I say going to the ground, I hate it when I see a fight when it's just two guys just rolling around, and they're just like laying on each other.
Boring,
Basically.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just boring.
It's gotta move.
I mean,
They won't let it.
Yeah.
Most of the productions today, they're gonna stand you back up pretty quick. Sometimes they stand you up too quick. You got something going on, you're kneeing them, and they're going to stand up.
That's unfortunate. If I'm trying, if I'm in guard and I'm trying to get over in the side mount, or if I'm trying to do something, you stand me up, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be, but you got to let that roll off your back. You just got to go, try to take them back down again if that's where you want to be.
Yeah, I saw a fight. It was, I think, in WC last weekend, and the guys they're down on the ground, and the guys pounding on the guy's stomach. The guy's not even blocking. I'm going, that's going to eventually take its whole ref stands him up. I'm going, oh, he was throwing punches. So you just never know.
Yeah, where was the ref 2 weeks ago in my fight when I had that we were just kind of laying there with that arm bar. The guy had the arm bar in on me really good, but we were just laying there. The ref waited till I got out of it.
Yeah. Hey, James, let's talk about that fight. That was your second pro fight?
That was my second pro fight.
Now, Jay, who was in the room here earlier, saw that, and I didn't happen to be there, but he said that was a real war.
It was
I'm
a
glad
battle.
you're here, Jay. We're talking about his fight that you saw a couple weeks ago.
I saw it.
The intel I got on the guy said he was a stand-up guy. He was wanting to come and slug it out.
He lied.
I've never had an opponent that wanted to stand up and slug it out with me, and I was looking forward to it. He came out and hit me with a nice punch and a good leg kick, and I fired right back. I don't know if me firing right back changed his mind, but he shot underneath me, and for the first time in any fight I've ever had, he took me airborne. Got underneath me, took me up. Slammed me. Did it twice in the fight, actually. I've got bruised ribs.
As a result of the slams, you think?
As a result, the last slam, he actually slammed me against the cage. We went right down into the corner.
Ouch.
And I've got bruised ribs. But that's.
But you won.
It's part of the game. I won.
Barely.
Came
back.
It was a rough one.
Absolutely.
I came
Fight
back.
was over, and you came back, and this is all that running, all that cardio you do. I think it made the difference. He ran out his steam.
It makes a lot of
He
difference.
wore his ass out.
He, the first round, my corner said they would still give it to me. We were back and forth. He'd put me in a submission, and I'd get out of it. I'd reverse, and I'd get down on him and start wailing on him, and he'd reverse me and put me in a submission, hit me a few times, and I'd reverse it. We went from one side of the cage to the other, I think.
They're wrong. The time of the thing is he had you in more submissions for the majority of the
Yes.
time. He was in the controlled position. You turned it around, but it didn't last long.
No.
So if you looked at it, maybe 1 minute you were in charge, and 2 minutes at least he was in charge. No, that was a 5-minute round.
That was five.
It was long 5 minutes. I'm telling you, you were only in charge for a little bit. You did come back. But this guy he was on it. This guy was on it. It looked like it was going his way.
He gave me everything. He gave me everything I was worth. Now my corner did let me know that he was really tired at the end of the first round, and I'll be honest, other than a little worried that I was giving up some more submissions than I should, I wasn't tired, and that is where my cardio comes into play.
So how did it finish? Tell us.
It finished. He actually was in the process of reversing me because I'd gotten on top, gotten out of one of his submissions. He was driving into me. I managed to clear my legs, and he had his hands straight out. Reached right under, locked the guillotine in. I mean, he had his head, right out there waiting for it.
You snatched it up.
Just snatched it up, locked it in.
Were you standing guillotine or on the ground?
We were on the ground. It turned into a standing, but we were originally on the ground.
Wow, then you picked it up.
It was kind of a wrestler's move. I just slid my legs right out, got into almost a sprawled position.
This guy tried to break
locked it up.
Tony's his legs. He did knee bar after knee bar. It was crazy. I kept thinking, oh God, he's a runner. He runs. No more ultra marathons. No more running.
I just did an
couldn't
80-mile
believe it.
relay this past weekend.
Did you really? Afterwards?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Then caught a terrible cold.
And then caught a terrible cold working the St. Louis Marathon. I spent 6 hours out in the rain helping volunteer because, I love my 180 energy team. Yeah. Buddy of mine on the team won the marathon, and
Oh, did you really?
I wanted to be out there to volunteer, help out the city of St. Louis, and watch some of my